Greetings and welcome to SharePoint, Nova's intranet. The intranet is the network for employees, faculty, and staff. Let's go over 2 or 3 things today, just a small bit of information to get you introduced to SharePoint. Basically, we're going to talk about the navigation as well as how to bookmark the site and why the site is laid out the way it is. Well, first let's start with bookmarking the site. Before you bookmark the site, you need to know how to get to the Nova intranet. This, of course, up here is the address, but you don't need to remember all of this. What you do need to remember to get to the internet is SharePoint.nvcc.edu and press enter. Now that we're on the SharePoint homepage, we'll want to bookmark it. If that makes it easier for you, we will bookmark it. And so to bookmark it in Internet Explorer, which is the preferred browser for PC users. If you're using a Mac, you'll want to use Firefox. But on the PC, we bookmark the site by going to the top right hand corner and clicking on the star. Once we've clicked on the star, we'll want to click on Add to Favorites, and then we want to make sure that our created in selection is the favorites bar. And notice that Nova Intranet will then appear on our bar up in our browser area up here. So let's click Add. We see that the Nova Intranet home has been added. We can click on that, and again it takes us to the home page. So that's how you bookmark the site. And then from now on, whenever you need to go to the intranet, you'll just click on your link there. So a brief word about the layout of the home page. We have a body of text here where we will be updating this information frequently to provide news, information, events, special alerts, etc. in this text area here. To the right, we have the Nova faculty and staff calendar where we can post information here that is of interest to employees. To the left of the page, from top to bottom, we have links. We'll go into more depth about these links later. But the most important thing about the navigation are the links running left to right in this green area, this green bar going left to right. Many of you will notice that these links correspond to vice presidential offices at Nova, which are also seen on Nova's organizational chart. Let's take a look at Nova's organizational chart, which is where our layout came from. On the organizational chart, we see the president of the college here. Above the president, of course, we're starting to get into the VCCS system, the Virginia Community College system, and above that would be the state board. But the president would be the first person in the Northern Virginia Community College that we would want to have a link for. Below the president, of course, are executive directors and directors that report directly to the president. But here is where we're going to find, in addition to the president and the people that report to him, the directors and executive directors, we're going to find vice presidents and their offices. It is these offices that we have used on the SharePoint homepage. For example, if we look at the Vice President of Administration, Tony Bansel's office, we see that under Dr. Bansel's office we have the Director of Human Resources. Underneath the Director of Human Resources we have the Associate Director of Talent Management, Employee Services, Employee Relations Training, that reports directly to the Director of Human Resources. But also underneath the administration office we have the Chief of College Police, the Director of Emergency Planning, and the Director of college enterprises. We keep that in mind as we go back to the Nova intranet. We go over to the administration, and we see that we have these same types, the same offices or sub-departments underneath the Vice President's office, located there. And so this would be the same. The President, as you saw on the organizational chart, has a couple of directors, an executive director that reports to the President, so you would expect to see those here. And technology, and so on and so forth. This basically is all we wanted to cover today in the brief overview of the intranet, which of course is the network for Nova employees and staff to collaborate with each other. I'm Curtis Wilson, SharePoint Administrator in IT. Thank you.